Om Shanti. This is the Sakar Murli of the 4th of September 2023. Essence. Sweet children, in order to claim your inheritance from the Father, the ocean of knowledge, definitely study with the full force of 20 nails. It is only by studying that you will claim a kingdom and receive the status of liberation in life. Question: who can constantly follow the path of knowledge? What is the basis of having a high status? Answer: those who have no interest in anything other than this study and who have a mature stage of this knowledge are the ones who can constantly follow this path of knowledge. There is no benefit in wanting to go into trance or having visions or playing games. Maya interferes even more in those things, and you then let go of the Father's hand and stop studying. In order to claim a high status, you have to pay full attention to this study. Song: You are the Mother and Father. Om Shanti. The meaning of Om Shanti has been explained to you, children. Those who are religious-minded, righteous men who go to a temple, etc., have the words Om Shanti emerge from their mouth. However, they don't understand the meaning of it. We too say Om Shanti, which means I am a soul. The word soul is definitely used. The Supreme Soul, who is a soul, says Om Shanti. The original religion of myself, this soul, is peace. The soul tells you his occupation. The Father too says Om Shanti. I too am a soul, but I am called the Supreme Soul because I always reside in the Supreme Abode. I do not enter the cycle of birth and death. The Father personally comes here and tells you, you go into rebirth, you are bodily beings. Those who are in the subtle region are beings with subtle bodies. I am also beyond that. I do not have a physical body. It is said of those with subtle bodies, this one is Brahma, this one is Vishnu, and this one is Shankar. Each name is of a body, not a soul. Each soul adopts a body, and then a name is given to the body. When someone dies, it is said, that one left his body. The name of the body still remains, and that soul then takes another body. You wouldn't say of the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, that he leaves a body and takes another. Everyone's body is given a name. When you children belong to me, I give you another name, just as gurus give you another name. Nowadays, when a Kumari gets married, her name is changed. The names of the men don't change because they have to use their names in their business. Mothers don't have businesses, and so their names can be changed. Men have their names, etc., in their insurance and businesses, etc. The Father now explains, you all remember and say you are the Mother and Father. You are the companion and the boatman. You take us back with you. Look how many relationships you come into. We will shed our bodies and go back with you. You children know that the boatman will take you back with him. There is so much praise of the Father. So when will he come again? When will he come and become your companion? No one knows. It is said, when it is the end of the path of devotion, I have to come to protect the devotees. I have to become the boatman and take everyone back. You know how he has come and become the mother and father. Only that one is called the boatman and the guru. He takes you away from this dirty world, from a life of bondage to liberation in life, and that is why he is called the purifier and the boatman. The golden age is called the new world. It is the same world. It is just that the old one is destroyed. It is the same as when you build a new home while staying in the old one. You then leave the old home. Here too, when establishment has taken place, the old world is destroyed. The meaning of Trimurti has also been explained. To carry out establishment of heaven through Brahma is the task of the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul. He carries it out through him because he is Karan Karavanha. The Father personally comes here and explains to you face to face. I sit here and teach you mouth-born creation of Brahma, easy Raj Yoga and this knowledge through Brahma. You will claim your future deity status for 21 births, number-wise, according to your efforts. You know that you are studying with the Mother and Father. This is a godly university. If you stop studying, it would be understood that this is not in your fortune. This school has to continue. Baba comes and teaches you through the body of this Brahma. So, no matter where you children are, or whatever centre you are at, you know that you have to claim your inheritance of liberation in life, that is, a kingdom, from the ocean of knowledge, the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul from beyond. If we stop studying, we won't be able to receive the inheritance. The Father has come to take us back with him. When the new world is established, the boatman will take everyone back. You know the boatman, and you also know the ones through whom establishment, destruction, and sustenance take place. Then you also know those who become Lakshmi and Narayan, and who then rule the kingdom by studying this. You understand, according to how much you study, that you are truly claiming a royal status through this study. If you don't study, your status will be destroyed. This is the study of Raj Yoga. Many children become tired while studying. Not to study means to become tired. They say, "That's it, I'm unable to study any further." There is no question of any expense in this study. In those studies, when poor people are unable to pay the fees, they stop studying. However, those who are very interested in studying apply to the government. I want to study, but I don't have the money. The government then gives them some money. In one way or another, they make a request. I want to study, but my father doesn't have any money, so please help me. Because the government doesn't have the money, it refuses the students. They think, I have to study, so what shall I do now? They then approach wealthy people or philanthropists. My parents are poor, but I want to study and work, so will you be able to help me? Those who are religious-minded will give that help. Kumaris cannot make such requests, but men can. There is a lot of income earned by studying. Here you have to study and also make a bargain. The father is the businessman, the jewel merchant, and the ocean of knowledge. The mother and father, the unlimited ocean of knowledge, says, I teach you Raj Yoga and make you into the kings of kings, as I did in the previous cycle. All of these points have to be imbibed. Those who have mature intellects are able to imbibe well. Everything depends on your intellect. Some of you have Sato-Pradhan intellects, whereas others have Sato, Rajo or Tamo intellects. In those schools too, students know what each one's intellect is like. Those who have Sato-Pradhan intellects pass with honours. They are appointed monitors. Some also receive a scholarship. This is an unlimited school. Here there are those with Sato, Rajo and Tamo intellects. Here there is just the one status. This is Raj Yoga. There is just the one godly study. The father says, I teach all of you children Raj Yoga. To the extent that you make effort, so you will accordingly claim a high status. You have understood about the elevated status. Each of you will claim a status number-wise. The Father loves everyone. He has come to liberate everyone from the chains of Maya. No one else can say, I teach you Raj Yoga every cycle. Only the Father says, I come at the confluence age of every cycle. People have made such a mistake by writing that he comes in every age. The Father says, I am the purifier. At the confluence of the end of the Iron Age and the beginning of the Golden Age, I come to purify you. Baba has come at this time, so you have to study well. Destruction is going to take place. Study with the force of 20 nails and show courage. You mustn't stop studying. Those who stop studying fail and fall. You children are being cautioned. There should be no evil spirits of lust, anger, greed or attachment. Each of you should continue to look in the mirror of your heart. Am I worthy of marrying Lakshmi? They have also written about the example of Narad. All of you are devotees. On the path of devotion, Narad is remembered as the highest devotee among the males, and Meera is remembered as the highest among the females. That belongs to the path of devotion. On the path of knowledge, you can see that the names of Mama and Baba are glorified. Then their rosary of victory is also created. Those who give happiness are remembered. Memorials are created of such people. What did they do? Some may have perhaps opened a college or made many donations and performed a lot of charity. What else would they do? The Congress Party took over from the British and ruled here. The Father says, "This is the kingdom, government that is like a mirage." No matter how much happiness there is, it is all like a mirage. There is a lot of external show. This science continues for about 100 years. When this Dada was working in Bombay, there was no electricity or telephones, etc. Now science has created so many wonders. Now only a few more years remain. The arrogance of science started about 100 years ago. You can't tell what they would do in 100 years of the Golden Age. There, all of these things which you take from here have power. You carry that power with you to rule an unshakable, immovable kingdom of happiness and peace. So you have to pay that much attention to this study. You should also make that much effort. You know that you receive a lot of happiness from this mother and father. Then, if while moving along you leave this study, it means you don't listen to them. If you don't listen to them and just go and engage yourself in your business, everything finishes. You will then only have whatever you attained. After you let go of Baba's hand, Maya completely swallows you. Maya the alligator ate the elephant. This has to happen. You can see how very good ones, those who gave very good invitations and who opened centres, also stopped studying. It would be said that, according to the drama, they only had that much in their fortune. Then what would their condition be? Maya completely eats them up. So many were finished. Many who went into trance, who used to play those games, are no longer here today. You should never have any desire to go into trance or have visions. When you have desires, there are obstacles in those desires. The evil spirits of Maya also enter. They used to play such parts of going into trance. Those who used to stay in trance for 5 to 7 days, either in childhood parts or even as empresses, are no longer here today. There is no benefit in that. Only those who have a mature stage of knowledge can stay here permanently. Never have any desire to go into trance. Imbibe what Baba is teaching you. To the extent that you study, you will accordingly claim a high status. You children also have to remember that the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, is teaching you. We are studying and attaining a high status for 21 births, and we will then change from being worthy of worship into worshippers. Only those who belong to the Brahmin clan can say this. No one else can say this. This play is based on Bharat. You would say that you are becoming worthy of worship deities. Only those who are worthy of worship continue to fall as they take the full 84 births. You children know all of this. You also know the occupation of Shiv Baba. By having faith, you can claim your inheritance in a second. They say that they belong to God. Therefore, to divorce God after saying that is also a wonder. In a school, those who claim a good number are said to be worthy and obedient. Students too would consider themselves to be worthy. The father and teacher would also say, "This one is worthy." Here the father, teacher and guru are the same. He is the father, then he becomes our teacher and teaches us, and he will then take us back with him. The father says, "We will all go back together. Your lights have been extinguished and are now being ignited. My light is always ignited." All of this refers to souls. You know that you souls came bodiless and that you now have to return bodiless. Our play has to end and then repeat. You children have this understanding in your intellects. You are the mother and father, and with your mercy and this study, we will receive so much happiness. You should never leave or forget such a mother and father. The father says, if you continue to write letters to such a mother and father, to Bap Dada, who gives you such an inheritance, Baba would understand that you remember him. You receive love and remembrance from Baba every day in each Murli. When some children's letters arrive after a long time, it is understood that they don't remember Baba fully. The father doesn't need to write to you. The Murli of the father is sent every day. Baba gives love and remembrance anyway. He is the ignited light. He tells you children, definitely continue to write letters. Baba is not worried about his special children. He cautions those who fluctuate. Don't forget, continue to study. Baba receives all the news. The names are noted in the register. He asks, why is this child absent? If a child is absent every day, it would be understood that he has died. Baba asks, have you received any news from such and such a child? The teacher would write, so-and-so doesn't come at all. His intellect now has doubt. Acha. Perhaps in the future his intellect will have faith. Acha. To the sweetest beloved, long lost and now found children, love, remembrance and good morning from the mother, the father, Bap Dada. The spiritual father says Namaste to the spiritual children, and the spiritual children say Namaste to the spiritual father. Essence Vedana. 1. Show your courage in order to come into the rosary of victory. In order to become worthy of being remembered, give everyone happiness. 2. Be an obedient student and glorify the name of the Father and Teacher. Never do anything wrong by being influenced by an evil spirit of lust or anger. Blessing. May you be a powerful soul who finishes all seeds of obstacles with the awareness of Karan Karavan Ha. The seeds of all types of obstacles are in 2 words. 1. Arrogance. 2. Insult. On the field of service there is arrogance either of I did this, I alone can do this, or why was I not put in the front? Why was this said to me? It insulted me. These feelings come in various obstacles. When you are a godly helper and the Father is Karan Karavan Ha, where would arrogance come from? Where can any feeling of being insulted come from? Therefore, have the awareness of your combined form and become a powerful soul, and the seed of obstacles will then finish for all time. Slogan: in order to become an embodiment of knowledge, have equal love for the Father and this study. Om Shanti.